come back, and of course, Chelsea took on Crystal Palace in the evening on Saturday, expecting that only a win would take them closer to the top 4 team, and that's exactly what they did. They beat them 2-1. Brilliant goals from Willian, and of course an own goal from Crystal Palace.
Yes, Tony, it was always a sure win for Chelsea. They had to get this game wrapped up as fast as possible because one eye was on the trip to their new camp. And yes, they got the 2 goals in the first half, and I think put their foot off the pedal. They conceded another goal late in the game, but yes, Chelsea winning this one 2-1.
Of course, Crystal Palace struggling there without their star man Wilfred Zaha, who had some minutes in this game, came on at the end out there. But of course, they, like we said, they had one eye on the game tomorrow night at the Camp Nou, and they understand why they took their foot off the gas. But credit to a performance, very brilliant performance from Olivier Giroud.
Yes, Tony, credit to Giroud. I think for the first time he manned that front line of Chelsea very well. He was able to pull down those balls up high and then bring these players Hazard and Willian to play around him. I think it was a good game for Olivier Giroud.
It will definitely have been a very, very brilliant audition for the game in the Camp Nou, which is a must-win for Chelsea after that 1-1 draw at the Stamford Bridge a couple of weeks back. But of course, we saw also Arsenal, who are chasing Chelsea from behind, getting a win on Sunday afternoon, beating Watford convincingly 3-0.
Yes, Tony, Arsenal winning 3-0. I would say this is a morale boosting win. Wenger said he needs to start winning to get back the fans to fill up the Emirates.
It's almost empty team playing.
No, it's a very horrible stadium. You might think it's a championship game, and yet it's Premier League. We expect all the stadiums to be full to capacity. But I'm starting to ask Tony, is this the U-turn for Arsenal? Winning comfortably away at AC Milan and then now winning 3-0 of a team Watford that beat them last season at the Emirates. So I'm starting to believe that maybe Wenger has coined up something for the last leg of the season.
Wenger is a brilliant character, very interesting character, especially as the season draws to a close. He's one of those coaches that try and rally the team to try and get some positive results as the season ends. This in particular is going to be a very tough season. They are on 48 points. That is a big margin. 8 points, more than 8 points behind Chelsea in 5th place.
Yeah, Tony,
closer to Burnley in 7th.
Yeah, that's where the problem is. You cannot be in the top 6, and yet the team in the 5th position is 8 points away. Yet the one in the 7th position is
7 points.
Yeah, is 6 points. So you start to wonder where we place Arsenal, but we've said they're in no man's land. So
Arsenal definitely find themselves in no man's land currently, but it was a very brilliant, positive performance from Arsenal. A goal for Aubameyang, their record striker there, and of course Mustafi coming back into the side and leading very well. Of course, in the absence of Laurent Koscielny, who is out injured. They had a very solid performance in this one. They, of course, face AC Milan again at Emirates this week, team.
Yes, Tony, they face AC Milan at Emirates with a game I think they should win also comfortably. But we have to say credit to Mkhitaryan. He got a goal, and also Tony, a huge, I think, man of the match. He got it, Peter Cech, for his 200th clean sheet, and also saving a penalty for the first time
in Arsenal colours. I don't think I've seen that ever since Cech joined Arsenal. It was a brilliant performance for him. Here we have been talking about his 200th clean sheet for over
weeks and weeks.
For about 12 games there, he was trying to look for that one. He got it finally, and a brilliant save from captain of Watford, Troy Deeney, who had been trolling Arsenal a lot before this game, team.
Yes, Tony, these things always come back to you. And I think this time Troy Deeney should learn that when you're still a footballer, you should not taunt the other team, because it might happen to you also the next time.
Of course, we've seen how much taunting, how far it can go. We saw the comments Mourinho made about Frank de Boer there. We won't go into that, but of course it was a big win for Arsenal. Of course, big result for them. They now struggle in that no man's land, trying to get closer to the top 5 sides there in Chelsea, still that chasing the top 4 spots. But of course, we had Bournemouth also hosting Spurs and losing that game very miserably, 1-4.
Yes, Tony, I had gone for a prediction of 1-1. I thought Bournemouth at the Liberty Stadium should be able Vitality Stadium should be able to pull this result. Yes, they got a goal, early enough, and tried to attack, but Tottenham, after that injury to Harry Kane, the star man of Tottenham, they were able to come back the game, equalizing through Dele Alli, and then being able to see off the game. You know, on the Tottenham side, it was actually a positive. The moment they took the lead, Eddie Howe tried to field in a lot of attacking players trying to get an equalizer. Instead, he was hurt through those counters that Tottenham.
No, it was definitely a poor performance from Bournemouth, especially in the second half. I saw them pushing high, defending very, very high, almost halfway into the half of Tottenham, and that's how they were caught out. But of course, like we've mentioned a few times on the show, I had started thinking that Harry Kane is getting tired in this season, and maybe he has been dragging the team a little bit, and we saw it when he got off after that injury.
Yes, Tony, but Harry Kane is this humble guy who always wants to play. Now, we do not know who takes the decision. Does he tell Pochettino that I want to play, or does Pochettino say, no, let me rest you? Because I think Tottenham was able to win this game even without Harry Kane, and this guy has played almost all the games, so
at some point he needs to rest.
He needs to rest, yeah.
Of course, this won't be the kind of rest that he had been hoping for. With the World Cup in sights. He's now out indefinitely. We'll wait to see what happens to those scans to his right ankle. He hurt it very, very badly. If you saw that picture, it will be very interesting to see how he bounces back, of course, and makes a spot on that flight to Russia come June. But of course, it was a very, very big performance from Tottenham, who had just gotten out of the Champions League against Juventus in midweek. This was a good way to bounce back.
Yes, Tony, it's a very good way. And again, the unsung hero, Son scoring. So I think this guy has deserved the credit to be in Tottenham, and he's becoming the bargain of I think, Tottenham all season.
But he's definitely had a very brilliant season. Of course, Eddie Howe's side on 33 points, not so in danger right now, but they can't afford to keep losing games like this, especially at home, as we draw to our close, of course, in the season.
No, they shouldn't be losing games like this. At least get a point. We know the mark's about 48 games to go at 33 points. Eddie Howe should be sitting with his boys and telling them we have to get there very fast. So get
3 wins,
2-3 wins, and then you can play now comfortably.
Of course, it will be interesting to see how that season pans out for Bournemouth. There's a lot of action that will be unraveling to you very soon in the lower table teams. Of course, there's a lot of fighting for survival in this season. But one team that won't be fighting for anything other than the trophy is Manchester City, that took on Stoke on Monday night and beat them comfortably at their home 2-0.
Yes, Tony, winning 2-0. Goals from David Silva.
Brilliant goals,
Tony. And I think this is the Man City we've talked about all season long. They are matching this title and they want to wrap it as early as possible. I don't know whether Guardiola is saying let's get the trophy and then commit all our guns to the Champions League, but it seems to be going for it, and 2-3 weeks from now they should be champions.
Team, in recent memory, if Manchester City are to win this trophy at Old Trafford on April 7th, will this be the earliest it has been won?
No, Tony, I think it will be the earliest
in recent memory.
And it will be a good game. Yes, they are playing this. I think it will be at their home, but yes, nonetheless, it will be too soon. I don't think in the Premier League we've seen a game being won in March.
Early April.
I think it's a disaster for the Premier League. Also, they should be winning it with 2-3 games to go, not with 5 games, Tony, to go now.
Of course, we always love when things go up to the wire here at the Tonny and Tim show. But City put in a brilliant performance. You can't fault that side. They've been brilliant almost all season. Have only lost once in the league against Liverpool. Very, very big going forward. Have all departments covered when they get injuries. We've seen it through injuries to their key players. Fernandinho, Gabriel Jesus, Mendy has been out almost all season. Sterling has been out in spells. Sané was out in spells. Now, of course, Aguero is back on the sick bed. But we have Gabriel Jesus coming back, and he's certainly part of the team that traveled for that warm weather training in Dubai. We'll certainly be keeping our eye on that and more while we watch out on what's going to be happening here at the Tonny and Tim show. Tonight, though, don't forget there will be a big game in the Champions League. Manchester United hosting Sevilla, a team they drew 0-0 with away at home.
Yes, Tony, unlike the other fixtures of last week of the Champions League that almost were decided, in the first leg, we are going to this fixture with still some doubts at who is going through. Same to Chelsea, Barcelona. So it will be a good one, and I think you guys should be out there to watch out tonight what pans out and tomorrow night.
Of course, it will be very, very interesting action. We definitely can't wait to get out of here and go take our seats in front of those screens and watch that Champions League action. And from us, the show, of course, we'd like to thank you for all your feedback, all those people that gave us very positive predictions. Belinda in particular gave us a 2-1 prediction for Manchester United and Liverpool, and she was very excited, big fan of the show there. And lots of you that gave us your comments and your thinking about how your teams performed, how your managers have fared. We would like to appreciate you for that, and keep watching the show. Click the like, share our videos. We would like to thank you for tuning in. Click like on the Facebook page as well as subscribe on our YouTube channel. And for now, we have nothing left to say. Goodbye.
Goodbye.